I had absolutely no idea what will happen now, but yeah, let's stick to it and see what happens.
Oi!
Now we are rolling. Sitting next to me, onnistusko? Welcome to the TestguruTV. Sitting next to me is an ultimate champion of testing, Jani, Tuna, Haikala.
Hello. And here, next to me is Antti Niittyviita, a tireless testing advocate, a trainer, a public speaker, and an author.
And this could be an ASMR episode. But it's not. It's a weekly show about mental health in software, and everybody from the developer to the end user is happier when software works.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Have you seen those like ASMR lives on TikTok?
Yeah, I have.
They're like
I just wanted to sit back and watch you do that. So how long is this going to take?
They're like this, they have these like all toys and like.
Yeah. I am spending quite a lot of time on TikTok, so yeah, I have seen those.
Yeah, I think those are funny. I like the ASMR. For some reason they like help my brain reset or recalibrate.
Yeah.
For some reason I like the sounds.
Personally,
Yeah.
I don't get it, but yeah, whatever works for you.
It's crazy. Like I just like when I see it ASMR live, I just like pause there and I stare.
Yeah.
It's like somehow I get hypnotized by it.
Okay.
And yeah,
That's interesting.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. So I think I may be some kind of a little bit of an auditory person in a sense that I like the sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, here we are.
Yeah.
In the episode, like
we are.
probably 5 minutes into the episode, and no value, absolutely no professional value for anybody
I guess
yet.
this was not a show about TikTok.
No, not yet.
After
but
all.
it may become something like that. So yeah. We could talk about TikTok. If you have any questions about TikTok, we can talk about that too, because like we know something about it.
Yeah, please send those questions.
Yeah.
But also, I do have a question here.
About TikTok.
No, it's about testing.
About testing. Okay, let's go.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, let's go to it. Yeah. How can we motivate testers to the everyday life of testing?
How can we motivate testers to the everyday life of testing?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big one, I would say. A big question. You could actually come to it in many angles. The first one that I would pick is how do you motivate yourself? That's by far the biggest one.
True. Yeah.
And how to stay motivated by yourself, because it's really hard to.
And what are these testers doing?
Yeah.
What type of testing?
Yeah.
Are they doing? What is this everyday life of testing?
Yeah, that's like really critical questions about the question, I would say.
Yeah.
And I have to say that the biggest thing about influence and like having impact and stuff like that is you have to learn. For example, leadership. You've got to learn to lead yourself first.
Yeah.
If you want to motivate others, you got to learn how to motivate yourself first, because like it's really hard to invite others to be excited unless you're not excited first. So if even you are not willing to go there, how could anybody else be excited about what you do?
Yeah, and with testing actually, it's, for example, in testing seminars or testing communities, it's quite common to ask, how do we improve the appreciation for testing, or how do we get respect, or questions like this, which sort of have the idea built within them that we don't actually even ourselves believe in our craft.
Yeah, that's true. So like actually we answered already how do you improve the value of testing in the eyes of others.
Yeah.
So you have to improve the value in the eyes of yourself first.
This question got me to think about a lot about my testing history, my professional career, so to speak. And the first time I was involved in testing was in the year 2000 in my first IT-related job. I wasn't a tester at the time.
22 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy how time flies. Let's just skip.
So you look no more than 28 years old. So that's huge. So you like started in testing like as an 8-year-old.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like mad. Some people start early. I haven't started that early. So.
You're not actually wrong. People are testers right from the beginning when they were born.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But anyway, I was a project engineer. Sort of the job was to do system installations, but when we started at that company, the first thing that the managers did there was to get us to know the software that we are going to be working with. And the way to do that was to print out test cases, actually print out on A4 paper sheets test cases. There were specific test steps written out, and then you would mark with a pencil on the paper if it's pass or fail. That's the first time I did testing. Yeah. Moving on from there, well, in that company I did some testing as a tester, actual tester at some point later on. Then moved to another company where maybe that was the first time that I saw a practice where the test cases are actually there's just a title for the test case, and the title actually refers to a chapter on the specification. Mm-hmm. Then you go into specification, read the specification, but that leaves you the room for interpretation. Mm-hmm. So different people do already different things. So it's not exploratory testing, but it's closer to it. Yeah. Anyways, then at some point I was the one designing the tests, writing exact test cases with test steps for others to execute. And all through this first 3-4 phases took me around a decade. So, and all of that time I was always I was sort of certain that this is not something that I want to do for the rest of my life. Yeah. Testing is not for me. It's just something that you do until you come up with something else. Yeah. And it is boring. Yeah. It's doing the same thing over and over again, and all these ideas that a lot of testers have, and other people about testing also.
What was like the moment for you when you realized that this is a valid career for me?
Yeah, I was coming to that.
Wow.
Next, because I did hear about exploratory testing at some point already earlier on, but I saw people just forget the test cases and start doing something, and that didn't make a lot of sense to me. There's no traceability or no accountability or no planning or nothing actually, no visible results really. It didn't really make sense. But then I came to this company, Prove, or should I say Proof?
Proof.
This,
I think
in Finnish we say Prove, but
or if we were Swedish, it's Prove or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, when I started here, that was the first time when exploratory testing actually really came to my visibility or whatever the word in English for that is, but that's the first time that I really got involved in exploratory testing.
So the question that before there was a technical issue was that what about exploratory testing was the thing that really made you shift perception in terms of
for me it really for me it really did change everything, because previously I had thought about testing as something that is boring, and you don't need to really. You could actually, if someone writes the test cases, then you could take just about anyone to execute.
Yeah,
those.
someday automated. So basically, it's like
And it didn't feel like this is something I do like a bit of challenge. So it didn't really feel like challenging or anything like that. But then when you go into exploratory testing, it really changes, because exploratory testing requires a lot of thought. Mm-hmm. You sort of need to be constantly using your brain, literally thinking about new ways of doing things. What do I want to do next? Yeah. What are the different aspects of the software or the environment or the user needs or whatever? Yeah. So it is really a constant thought process that's just about never ending.
Yeah.
And it's really demanding.
Yeah.
So the perception changes drastically from sort of one end to totally different way.
So is it almost like going from an assembly line worker into this creative kind of a totally different world?
Yes.
So going from a resource on an assembly line into a creative kind of work.
Yeah.
So
it is. It's very well.
Yeah.
A good way to put it.
And I think that's part of the originating reasons why some testers still call them testing monkeys. It's like monkeys in a factory.
Yeah.
Monkeys are manageable and stuff like that, and monkeys may stay for some time. If I see myself as a monkey, I could stay for a while if it gives me food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it will not be sustainable for me. And then a true tester to me is an artist.
Yeah.
They do a creative work.
Yeah.
And it's pretty hard to manage an artist on an assembly line and get a great result.
Yeah. So I guess the first answer would be sort of to check if your testers are working on an assembly line or if they are doing demanding work.
So how do they feel about their work?
Yeah.
So I would ask the question, what is testing about? To your testers and to yourself, what is testing about? And if they're like it's like it's this daily work.
And that's also because in the question the ending was the everyday life of testing. So what is everyday life?
That's true.
Of tester at your team or your project. What is that? Or do you need to change that everyday life?
That's a crazy good point. I usually like to ask the question, for example, what is life about? What is business about?
Yeah.
What is testing about? And like the first answers that come are usually like the easy answer to make the question go away. But then if you stick with the question, is this a juicy answer? Is this something that motivates me?
Yeah.
If it's not, you need to do something about it. You need to change the answer or you need to change job. So either way works for me.
Yeah.
But if you can't answer in a juicy way that really lights you up, then you need to do something. So what is testing about? And then the follow-up question could be what testing can be about. And answering these questions is critical.
Yeah.
And then going deeper into this would guide us to, for example, the identity kind of question. So what is testing about? What could it be about? Who are you becoming as a tester?
Yeah.
Who are you in this kind of a situation? And if the answer is like lame, you need to review the answer yet again. Because you can talk yourself into like blindness. You can talk yourself into different kinds of shit. So basically you could talk yourself into being more excited about testing. Now I'm speeding because I'm so excited about this. So who are you in the process? Are you like this, like for example, do you see yourself as a Navy SEAL Team 6 member going on a special mission? Or are you just a cog on an assembly line? So who are you? And then who are you becoming is even more important because everybody loves progress. Who could you become as part of this process?
Yeah, and that's also a lot about what kind of language are you using yourself about your job.
Yeah, that's true.
I've heard this example of car salesmen. I think this is pretty global. How people are viewing car salesmen, how they are viewing themselves, their own job themselves, and their customers themselves. What type of terminology are they using about their job, about their customers? And if that's the starting point, it doesn't really look good. So the appreciation for their own job.
I think the ones who succeed in sales are the ones who can make it juicy for themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they are excited about what they're selling, and the excitement is like contagious. So I would say, what is testing about? What's the identity you are developing here? And then the last one is like, what's the meaning of your work? So meaning, identity, and like really redefining what you do. Those would be the keys to like really build the motivation and emotional juice. Then of course you will be more motivated if you sleep well if you exercise a bit and eat lean and stuff like that. So that's common sense. So use common sense. You can be more motivated about anything in life if you're well rested and healthy. So
yeah.
So those are the low hanging fruits for this answer.
Yeah.
Question.
That's really, really good. I don't really have anything to add to that. Do you?
Yeah. One final thing that I would add is that you, in anything that you do, ask yourself every now and then, what do I want? What's my ideal? What does my ideal day look like? What do I want for my profession? What do I want my role to be? What do I want? And continuously refine your vision, because if you just are doing a job, it's not going to be very motivating. But if you are building and crafting a career, for example, in your testing, then you have a vision and you are working on something bigger than what you are just doing right now. So that would be the fourth one to take away from this one. So continuously ask, what do I want? Maybe why do I want it as well, and refine that vision that you have.
Yeah, very nice.
And help your colleagues refine the vision as well. I feel like we answered the question.
So do I.
Very satisfied with the answers. I have no idea if you are satisfied with the questions, but it would be awesome if you still gave us some like thumbs up, send us a few hearts if it's possible on your platform, and subscribe to the channel and share the video with someone who may benefit from it, because like that way you can like amplify what's good about testing and bring the message to new like places.
Yeah,
that's how we make mental health in software industry.
So if you have ever been in a situation when some application or software didn't work and you would wish that doesn't ever happen again, just share this video.
That's true. Yeah, because the testers need to be motivated.
Yeah.
Take care and bye-bye. ASMR bye-byes.
Thank you. Bye.